Hello everyone. Day one of improving my communication. So today I'll be speaking on what should I speak on? This is completely random. Okay, the plan was to do impromptu, but I think that I should just think it right now. Also, the main goal of this video will be to not to use filler words. So today I will be speaking on my understanding of problem solving, the findings and the patterns I found in my journey. So I'm a CS grad, and like others, I also struggled in solving BSA questions. Right now too I struggle. But what I have found that there was one thing that was stopping me from progressing, and that was the idea that I need to find the perfect solution all by myself, even in the learning stage. What I'm trying to say is, while I was still learning to do data structures and algorithms questions, there was a fear that I had in my mind that if I am not able to find the perfect solution of this question all by myself, then am I even progressing in that problem solving field? Like, no. If I am, if I need to see the solutions, watch a tutorial or use chat GPT or maybe hints to solve a question, that's not my brain doing the work. That was my thinking. But recently I have realized, or maybe saw these things in other domains. For example, in maths or physics, we don't try to derive everything ourselves. We didn't try to derive calculus ourselves. We learned the basics that someone else had derived. Okay, they made it the notes, Teacher taught me the calculus basics. As I progressed in my academic, I progressed in that field. Okay, and even in physics, I don't derive the equations all by myself, thinking, okay, what will be the volume of this shape? First, I need to understand the basics. Now, the same question can be applied to basics. I didn't apply the basics, so am I even putting my brain into solving these type of questions? I believe I'm onto something. Like so, as a human species, we can inherit intelligence from the previous generations. That's why we learn the high level abstraction of something first, then later on in the postgrad or in the PhD, we go deep down into that topic to find something new. We don't just try to find something new without taking the help from the intelligence of the previous generation. So, my way of thinking that I need to find the best solution of a lead code questions all by myself in the initial beginning, in the initial learning process, was, I believe it was wrong, because how would I find that solution? I need to learn the basics, then only I can solve something more complex. Now, what comes under basics? As you progress, everything you learn is a basic for something that is going to come in the future. Right now, what I am learning, I feel like it is really hard. I'm struggling in solving those kind of questions, but as I'll progress, those same hard questions will turn out to be the basics of the complex questions that I will encounter. So, so what? So, try, try, put yourself into, put your brain into thinking. Don't outsource your, I believe this was the correct thing. Don't outsource your thinking to chat GPT or any other AI. Try to put try to go through that hard path, but don't invest much time in solving those questions if you are not able to solve them. See the solution, understand it, try to find pattern. Seeing the solution does not mean that yes, I am done with it. Ask yourself the question why this was used. Earlier I used to believe, what kind of question is this, why this was used? This is the solution, that's why it was used. But as I'm progressing, I am starting to believe that yes, the statement is true. So give your brain exposure. Try thinking. If you're not able to do that, give it give your brain the as much as of an exposure you can. Brain will develop the ability of pattern recognition only when it has a perfect a good number of examples to be trained on. You cannot find the pattern in the first question, in the first example. You cannot find the pattern maybe in the second. But if you give your brain enough examples, there will come a point that you will find that pattern. And once you find that pattern, you will easily solve any question that needs that pattern. So try to give your brain as much of exposure as possible, not just in that field. Okay, brain, you don't need to just give your brain an exposure of the thing you're trying to do. Explore other domains. They are connected. Maths is connected to programming. Not even maths, take anything. Ev- you can find similar pattern in anything. Okay, not to use filler words. It's been 13 minutes and I forgot what the topic was for this video. I might have went from here to here. The topic might have changed completely, but don't worry because this is the first video. I am putting myself into this. I am making my brain struggle, putting it through discomfort. The brain will adapt. There was this term neuroplasticity, that your brain can adapt to anything. If the school curriculum is hard, your brain will adapt to that. If the school curriculum is easy, your brain will adapt to that. You were in class 7th, you were struggling. How I will You were struggling the subjects of class 7th. As you went to class 8th, your brain adapted. It was not just about you. maturing. That was one factor. But there was this another factor, that is neuroplasticity. The university curriculum is easier than school curriculum. Still, people were not able to score outstanding grades. Why? The first year was completely easy. It was easier than the 12th grade. Still, people were struggling. People were failing. Why? Because your brain adapted to that easy curriculum. Even if the curriculum was hard, your brain would have been adapted to that. As Mark Zuckerberg once said, choose hard subjects. And I firmly believe that yes, we should choose hard subjects. I don't know about others, maybe there are other aspects to this, but for me, I don't put that much time into studying. The max I do is study just one night before the exam, and it has worked out for me. Even during the boards, even during the university exams, my brain can adapt. My brain can work under the pressure, cover the entire curriculum, 4 month curriculum under 1 or 2 nights. Means brain can adapt to anything. So choosing hard subjects will make your brain adapt to harder situations. Going from solving easy questions, that's the base. Don't try to solve the hard questions just right now. Try to solve the easier. Your brain will adapt. Improve difficulty. Put your brain into struggling mode. It will struggle. It will adapt. Progress your difficulty. It will again struggle. It will struggle. It will again adapt. And if you do this consistent enough, you can achieve anything. Wow. That was that's it for today. Today is July 2025, 2026. Have a nice day.